Ja, hallo, herzlich willkommen zum Backstage. Schön, dass ihr wieder eingeschaltet habt. Bei uns sind heute A Dear a Horse aus Brooklyn, New York. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Angela und Dylan from A Dear Horse.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
Welcome to Europe, welcome to Germany, welcome to Bielefeld.
Thank you.
Nice.
For the people outside who don't know you, could you please describe a bit what kind of music you make?
Sure. We make very heavy rock music. A little bit of metal, a little bit of punk, a little bit of grunge, a bunch of different genres mixed together. Would you add anything?
No, that's about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people ask me, who are they, what kind of music do they play, I said, it's a bit, if you ask me, I call it sludge grunge.
I'll take it. That's right.
Okay.
That's correct.
We need to talk about your name for sure.
Always.
When I first saw the name, I had a song in my head. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. I don't know why. But could you explain us what does it mean?
Do you want me to take that, or do you want to do it?
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for you.
Okay, yeah, a deer, a horse is a Chinese saying. It's an idiom. It refers to deceiving somebody with an ulterior motive. So it's kind of like to trick. And it's a commonly used Chinese saying, even today, calling a deer a horse.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is your first European tour now. How was it so far? And can you tell some bizarre stories already? What happened?
It's been really good so far. I've been treated very well by all the venues, and everyone here, I've noticed, just does their job as they should do their job, which is becoming less common, I would say, in the US sometimes. The promoters really promote the shows here. Everyone's very professional. Everyone does their job very well. And it's been really nice. That's been the strangest thing, is just how well everything has been put together, and how well we've been treated and how comfortable we've been made to feel. And that's been the best part, I think. It's funny that the most unusual thing is that everything is being done well.
Yeah.
And professionally, which at our level in the US is not as common, just because there's lack of resources and not the same amount of time and funding for that kind of thing. But it's been really nice here to see that.
Yeah.
Nice.
We in every city have had a chance to get out and really see the sights. And for Americans, everything is not very old in the United States. So, we can turn a corner and see a church from 1000, 1000 AD, or something like that. And that's just so cool to be surrounded by that history in places. We've seen a couple of strange things. One of the main strange things that we saw was a semi truck, engulfed in flames on the highway. Mm-hmm. It was really crazy. It did seem like everybody was okay. There wasn't another car involved or anything. It was just the semi, and there were not any ambulances, but the fire department was there, and they were it was huge flames. That was really crazy. Otherwise, it's true what Dylan's saying. The strangest thing is that we're being treated so well, and the attendances have been really good so far, and we're getting some really great responses from audience members, and it's just been really, really refreshing to be treated so well.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So you got Europe and good to remember.
Memory, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we keep saying on stage, and we're only kind of joking that we never want to tour the US again because Europe is so much better. It's really, really nice to come here. We're having a really nice time. So,
Yeah, hope to come back soon.
yeah.
So now you are here 2 weeks or 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's been, today is Tuesday? Yeah, so it's been exactly 2 weeks, exactly 14 days since we left New York, but it feels like a month.
Yeah.
Just because we've been traveling so much, and it kind of distorts your...
I'm a winner. I can never lose. I win.
What do you miss most from home right now?
A refrigerator and
Your refrigerator?
and good showers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here in the U.S., it's when we stay at hotels, there's refrigeration and we can put food and stuff. And here, I feel like we're always trying to struggle to get food, or I am especially.
Dylan's struggling to get food.
For the first week, I think I was starving the entire time, and then showers here are always complicated. They're not very, like the worst hotel in the U.S. will have a better shower than half of the places
It's
we
the
go.
pressure, the water pressure.
Yeah, so we stink a bit more here, I guess.
Yeah. We're a little stinkier.
But
So
yeah,
sorry.
Otherwise, it's fantastic. Europe is awesome. Food's good. People are great.
Yeah.
Everyone's good at their job. Yeah, it's great. People are attentive, and I can't complain.
Yeah, so far.
If I smell a little worse, well, I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so far, I don't miss anything. Like, I'm having a really nice time, coming over here. Also, an interesting difference is the driving culture, particularly in Germany. I really like the Autobahn. I like that everybody follows the rules pretty much everybody follows the rules when the speed limit lowers, but then when you get your circle with the slashes, everybody just,
No tempo limit.
Yep, it's great. So we're getting places really fast. It's very efficient. We're learning about AdBlue to the diesel engine. So I really like the difference in driving culture. People are assertive, but they're not aggressive. Whereas in the United States, like, people are so aggressive.
Yeah.
And I don't think, until I started driving here, I don't think I was aware of how aggressive American drivers are in comparison. And you can go so much faster here.
The risk of death is way lower here on the highway, so even though you're going faster, so it's nice, yeah.
Yeah, people don't get they don't get road rage.
And no one pulls a gun on you.
Yeah, nobody pulls a gun on you.
So that's nice too. It's the little things.
The little things.
Yeah.
I would like to know, how is the situation in Brooklyn for musicians to get a rehearsal room? Is it easy to get one? Do you have one? Do you share it with other bands?
It's easy to get one, but it's just expensive.
Yeah.
Our space is very small. Expensive by any standards of any other city, I would say, outside of maybe Tokyo or London.
Or maybe San Francisco. I don't know.
But even then they have a lot of
They have, like, houses and stuff,
But we've had the same place for many years. It's very small. It's like the size of a bedroom. But it's
How
home.
big is your bedroom? I don't know.
It would be like, I don't know.
It might be about the size of this.
The size of this room.
Like up until the vert ramp here.
The seamless.
Yeah, the seamless. It's like up until the seamless, and then over here.
Yeah, it's enough to fit drums and 4 people. But it's expensive, but we make it work, and
you share it? Or?
we share it. Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
So it's not. There's a lot of places to rehearse. It's just, do you have the money to pay for the rehearsal?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your last album, Grind, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Hört euch das Album an. Grind, A Deer, A Horse. Beste Tipp.
Congratulations! You're the most beautiful human alive! Congratulations! Applause, reward, best wishes, right back! You're the most beautiful human alive! Congratulations!
So you worked with Sylvia Messi,
Yes.
who worked with Tool, Prince, Johnny Cash, and so on. How was it to work with her? And have you been nervous to meet someone like her?
I wasn't nervous to meet her. I was more excited because some of the albums that she has worked on are some of my personal favorite albums.
Which one?
Well, System of a Down's self-titled album is actually my favorite album by System of a Down. I love that band just generally, but their first album is absolutely my favorite in their catalog, and she obviously worked on that album. So I was very, very excited. Of course, I love like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Tool and, Prince. I love all of the other artists, but really System of a Down was like so that's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
I was very excited to work with her, not so nervous to meet her. She's also like immediately a very warm and approachable person. She's just so like positive and bubbly, and immediately upon walking in the room, she's like, "Hey guys, so nice to see you. Let's get started." She's like so excited as well, and it was a great energy to work with.
Yeah, fantastic. Very skilled at just what she does. Just very quick. There's definitely a bit of a magic to working with someone who's so quick and just keeps. And it's definitely a bit more of the old school mentality of just like, okay, shut up and just keep playing. Keep playing, keep trying again. And it was good for us because we didn't have a lot of time and we wanted a raw take of the album. And she very successfully accomplished that. And did she get it 100%? I don't know. But she knows what she's doing. And she just captures a sound so extremely well that, made us feel comfortable and made us feel like we could make the album we wanted to make with her power behind us, which is nice.
I would love to meet her too.
She's great. She's really great.
I think so.
Yeah.
We got the opportunity. She came out to dinner with us every night after tracking, and we heard lots of great stories from her. She had like a really good sense of humor and everything, and we got her along really well. It was really, really nice to have that kind of like recording experience. It's really. I've had a lot of really good recording experiences. I haven't had that many negative recording experiences, but this was by far very special and also just beyond what I could have hoped for from an experience. So yeah, she was really cool.
I got a special last question for you that I like to ask sometimes. Imagine you are writing a song and the song is ready. How do you know it doesn't already exist on the world?
I think the short answer is you don't. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't. We know a lot of music, thankfully, so there's like a bit of a catalog of like, hey, I think this sounds a little too familiar. And then we'll check and maybe like, does this really sound like that? I think it might be this band. And we'll check and do a bit of like a research and to see if like we did actually accidentally steal something without even knowing it. But very rarely has that happened.
Yeah, Dylan actually has so do I, but you really have he has really good recall with like certain sounds and things like that. He's like, oh, this one part, it reminds me of this thing that I heard 25 years ago in a small club in, you know.
When I was 8 years old.
Yeah, when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
No. So, you know, he can, he's like, gosh, this reminds me of something, and he'll pull it up, and we'll decide in the moment if it's too similar. If it's too similar, we'll always change it. But I don't know if you're familiar with this podcast called Song Exploder.
No.
It's great. You would probably love it. But in this podcast, they have an artist choose one of their songs, and they completely tear it apart and talk about its origin all the way through writing and recording and things like that. And every single artist on Song Exploder exposes who they ripped off. And so I feel like with all of our songs, we can at the very least be like, this is what we were being influenced by at the time. You know, this is what I thought it sounded like. And, you know, I think people would be surprised by some of the things that we're influenced by in the moment. So.
Yeah, I think also like the way I think about music creativity or art creativity in general is that it's like you go to Rome, it's like roads, paved over roads, paved over roads, paved over roads, and music is no different. I think you're gonna, as you create something new, you're paving over something old, but the old thing is still below it, and if you dig down deep enough, it's there again. So it's impossible to rid yourself of something, even if you are creating something the most original, it's still a foot or two below your feet, you know? Yeah.
I also don't know that every musician is trying to make something new. And I don't know that that's good or bad, but it's definitely not what we're trying to do. I don't know if we're succeeding, but we're trying to make something like build on top of those roads, you know, like we're obviously our influences are always going to be there. But we want to make sure that we're like adding something to the world instead of just staying the same, you know? So yeah, I mean, our goal is to do that. Whether we're succeeding at that is up to everybody else, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Danke.
for the
Thank you
short
very
time,
much. Yes,
for the
danke schön.
interview. I'm really looking forward to the concert.
Us too.
And thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be without you.
Yeah,
If,
for sure.
for us to be here. Thanks, Claude.
Don't forget who did this.
Yeah.
Von euch verabschiede ich mich dann jetzt auch. Schön, dass ihr wieder dabei wart beim Fernsehkonzert und ich hoffe, ihr schaltet dann beim nächsten Mal wieder ein. Tschüss.
Tschüssi.
Everybody